Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. Strategy and MicroStrategy could be included in S&P 500 as early as next month. That would be good. Coinbase was already added S&P 500. I mean, being added at S&P 500 is a big deal because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of funds out there. And this would automatically mean that a lot of them automatically add strategy within. And strategy is like one of the biggest, playbooks, I guess, for companies, sovereign funds, and ETFs for Bitcoin exposure, right? For whatever reason, there are still some people or companies and funds that just don't feel comfortable holding Bitcoin, or they can't for some reason. So almost the next best thing is to just load up on strategy. And there are a lot of foreign sovereign funds that actually do that as well. And they have hundreds of millions of dollars worth of strategy shares. So anyways, this being added, if they get added S&P 500, it's not guaranteed, but there's a really good chance. And if that happens, it's really good. Really good for strategy. It's going to give them a boost. And sailors going to have even more money to buy more Bitcoin with. Let's see. A Paris-based IoT firm just bought more Bitcoin. Now they have 3,100 Bitcoin. So, I mean, the buying continues, right? Overall, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Bitcoin is there's more Bitcoin being bought than produced. That's for sure. And again, if you just go by supply and demand, you know that the price is going up. Here's some mysterious whale. Yesterday, I think I covered a mysterious whale buying like $600 million worth of Bitcoin. Today, we have another whale that bought almost $800 million worth of Bitcoin. 800 million. It's happening all the time, right? And you do the math, supply and demand. There's way more demand than supply, and demand only increases from here on out. So Bitcoin is the one that you definitely want to hold as long as possible. I know a lot of people say you never sell your Bitcoin, you hold it forever, right? That's if you can. At some point, I'm sure most people will take profits, but the people that hold the longest make the most. It's really that simple when it comes to Bitcoin. Yeah. Okay. So last few things about Bitcoin. We are definitely still in the uptrend, right? Obviously, we just broke 124 a couple days ago. And, that next leg up could bring us, I've seen estimates 135 all the way up to 150s. This one is actually indicating our next leg up is going to stop around 168. So who knows? Who knows? OTC market is drying up. Demand keeps on going up. More and more Bitcoin is being removed from supply. And we got a lot of things coming in September. So who's to say? That may be the next stop for us. And that would be absolutely fantastic. We'll see. We'll see. And lastly, Bitcoin is still tracking that global M2 money supply. So the liquidity is there. And you can see Bitcoin's chart in green. We tend to follow that money supply like almost perfectly. And if that's the case and the trend continues, we will definitely be going up in the near future. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, what about the entire crypto space? Well, we know that's been happening. We know the entire crypto sector has been going up. We broke 4 trillion for the first time. And of course, ETH is very strong right now, but now we're seeing Sol get really strong and many others start to get strong. And that's why this chart is showing that we're getting a bearish MACD cross for Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, that's right. This is not a bearish chart by any means for Bitcoin or for anything. But this is showing that dominance has fallen below 60%. It broke through this trend line. And the MACD is turning red. The last time this happened was in 2020. And you could see how fast and how far Bitcoin dominance dropped. Went all the way down to like 39%. And that's when the alts rallied hard. Not only that, Bitcoin still went up. Bitcoin still went up to 69,000 in 2021. But, we saw ETH go up to 4,800. We saw Sol go up to 200 something. We saw a lot of alts explode, right? We're kind of seeing the same thing now, the beginnings of it. And this is what I've been saying. We're definitely in altcoin season, but at the very beginning of it. We're not in the end or middle. And if this is the case, get ready. It's going to be really, really, really exciting. Coinbase says September can ignite massive altcoin surge. Yeah, again, it all aligns, right? It's all aligning. Stablecoin inflow into Binance, 1.82 billion. And that's a large inflow. That's a large inflow. And guess why we have inflow of stablecoins? Well, it's probably because people want to buy something with it. They're not just storing there for nothing. Again, precursor to that huge breakout, that huge pump coming in September. Quite possibly the money is being loaded up. That's what it looks like. And you know what else is coming? We got a lot of spot ETFs also. Invesco now has a Sol ETF filing. Sol has like probably eight different fund managers waiting to launch their ETF. And we got many others that are launching as well. So these are all coming September, October timeframe, right? And it's aligning up. October tends to be the breakout month, but this time around, maybe it's September because of that rate cut. Everything is looking like it's lining up, and altcoin season have definitely started. And speaking of ETH, besides the massive inflow, but you're also getting massive outflow on the exchanges. So before I used to show a lot of Bitcoin exchange reserves. Now I'm showing this Ethereum exchange reserve. And you could see we have gone down and down and down and down and down. So obviously Ethereum doesn't have a hard cap in terms of supply like Bitcoin. But in cases where there's just more demand than supply, you're still going to see reserve go down, and of course you're going to see the price go upwards, and that's what we're seeing right now. It is very, very, very close to breaking all-time high, something that we haven't seen since 2021, 4 years ago.